A good time to have an important conversation with your son or daughter. According to a White House report released last year, 1 in 5 women on college campuses has been sexually assaulted during their time at school. 1 in 5. Michelle Carrao works for Prevail. She's an advocate for crime and abuse victims in Hamilton County, and she is also a rape victim. And Michelle joins us live in studio today. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
This is a tough conversation to have with your son or daughter. You don't want to scare them, but you want to make them aware about what's happening, don't you?
Correct. And it's something that nobody wants to talk about. And that's the important issue, is that we do talk about it more so that we stop it from happening on the college campuses and stop really that victim blaming with people on campus.
All right, so what do we do if we have a son or daughter heading off to college? You have this information that these assaults are happening. How do you begin having this conversation? What kind of dialogue should you have?
Well, I think it has to be a very open conversation, and certainly you have to talk about safety. Unfortunately, you know, it's no longer safe to walk in the dark by yourself or to walk to the library. It's always good to have somebody with you and to let people know where you are at. But it's also important that campuses, we'd like to see them focus more on the perpetrator, more on how do we stop this on campus, more than focusing on the victim. And sometimes we victim blame when we don't even know that we're victim blaming, but focus on that perpetrator and how can college campuses stop it and really get men in on the movement and start talking about it, start talking about those safety measures and what to do.
This is a good point that you bring up. What should college campuses be doing to try to cut down on violence that is happening?
Well, I think bring awareness, educate, have, you know, a lot of college campuses have kids start their own group. Especially on Butler. I spoke there a couple of months ago, but they form their own group, the students do. So I think it's important to allow that to happen, to make that happen, to offer support on the campuses, to make it a must that, you know, the college students are getting this education.
You have an event coming up this weekend, right? Or that's coming up later this month. Tell us about that and why that event is important to helping the cause that you have in Hamilton County.
Well, it is our Prevail Gala, and it is this Saturday, held at the Renaissance in Carmel. So it is one of our largest fundraisers, and that money helps us to support victims of any type of crime. So we're there to actually support them through their trauma. And sexual assault is the most underreported crime there is. So we're there to help them talk about it, to help them get through the pain and suffering that it is. People don't understand how it affects somebody emotionally and how hard it is to get on with life and to go back to school or go back to work.
All right, Michelle Corrao with Prevail, and we've got more information about that organization in Hamilton County. You'll find that on WTHR.com. Great to see you, Michelle.